back to my channel, guys. Welcome back to my channel, guys. That's not what I wanna say. Why do I mess up every night and day? Hi guys, so for today's video, I'm going to be showing you my Valentine's Day inspired makeup look. Whether you're going on a date with your boyfriend, your husband, your significant other, anything like that, you're going to be on the couch with your dog. Not anything I'm going to be doing. If you guys want to see how I got this look, just continue watching and let's get on with the video. So the first thing I'm going to do is put my hair back with the headband so I don't get makeup in my hair. So once I have my hair slicked back like I'm in 7th grade again, I go ahead and do my eyebrows. And I haven't found like a really good eyebrow routine or anything like that yet. So I've kind of just been using different products here and there, trying new things to like get exactly what I want for my brows. Because as you can see, I have really dark eyebrows for my hair and like for my skin color. So it's a little hard, but I definitely am glad that I have 2 eyebrows now instead of 1, because up until I was like 15, I only had 1. So we're doing something right here. So what I use is just this NYX eyebrow pencil, and one side is a spoolie and the other side is like the fill-in. I wanted to get like a darker brown, maybe to like lighten it up a little bit, but it might just look weird. So, you know, I was like, I'm doing it. I'm sticking with black. I'm also going to be using the CoverGirl Clear Gel. I've been looking for a clear gel. This is the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow Gel. And I just love this because the key to doing your brows is to make them basically super glued onto your forehead. It's a really good time. And it's like, especially really good time when you try to go, you know, use your makeup removers to get it off. It's like it rips your whole eyebrow off. I'm just kidding. No, it doesn't. Another gel that I had really did do that, but this one doesn't, I swear. So what I do first is I just comb through the brow. And if I make some weird faces, it's just what happens. Then I use I just broke it. It's fine. Wait, I like actually broke it. Oh, I had it on the wrong side. After I brush through my brows, I just go ahead and take the brow pencil side, the shade of the black, and I just outline my brows and fill in the sparse areas. Like, I have no idea how to do eyebrows. As you can tell, my other videos, my eyebrows are never. Holy heck. What the heck? So after my brows are done, I go ahead and I just spray my whole face with this mist. I like to hydrate my face before I put a primer on there. It just seems to go on smoother. So I have the Milani Prime Perfection, and I'm just going to put this all over my face. You can get this from Ulta. I think it's also like in drugstore, like Target, anywhere like that. You can definitely pick this up. Milani's really, really nice. This is my first time using this one, and it smells like peppermint. This is just a face primer to make sure that your face makeup stays locked in and nothing moves or smudges or creases or anything like that. So the next product that I use is the Lumi Glotion that I used in my no makeup routine. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. I just love this stuff. You can use it under your makeup, or you can use it as a highlighter on your cheekbones and your highlighted areas. But I definitely like to just put this all over. It gives you a nice dewy look, which I really like, and makes you look nice and glowy. So for today, I'm going to be using the NYX Professional BB Cream. I'm not using like an actual very heavy foundation or anything like that, but I'm just going to use the BB cream. So this is the angled brush. I love this brush because it goes really, really well underneath your eyes and gets the foundation in the areas that like a flat brush or another type of foundation brush just doesn't do as well. There's really no set way to putting foundation on. I kind of just put however. I know a lot of people put the foundation like on the back of their hand first and then take their brush, but I just do it like this. I feel like it's easier. So this foundation is really nice because it's really lightweight, but it still gives you a good amount of coverage, but it doesn't feel cakey. You don't feel smothered under a foundation. So this is really, really nice. Then I just go ahead and blend that in. The only thing about doing eyebrows before foundation, which I do, but some people don't because the foundation can get in your eyebrows and that is a little bit annoying. So if that happens, which it didn't happen right now, but if that does happen, you can use a Q-tip and just kind of go like through your eyebrows and get the foundation out. And you always want to drag your foundation down to your neck because it's like the worst when you forget and you're 2 shades. So after foundation, I go in with the setting powder, and this is just the Maybelline Fit Me, and I use a fluffy brush. If you guys are looking for a really nice makeup brush brand, I would definitely look at Echo Tools or Real Techniques. I have Real Techniques, and that is really, really nice too. So just put this everywhere. It just sets it in place. Bring it down to your neck. So the next thing I do is I go in with my concealer, and this is just the Instant Age Rewind Concealer from Maybelline, and this is actually a dupe for the This is actually a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape. This is one of my favorite concealers because it actually gets rid of my under circles, because I do tend to have pretty significant under circles sometimes, and I feel like it does really good at getting rid of those. I like a really light under eye, and I just kind of make like a triangle under both eyes. And then I go ahead and use this angled brush and I spray it. You always want to make your brush wet before you do your concealer so that it blends nice and it doesn't crease, because I feel like it gets a little bit crusty when you don't wet your brush first or your beauty sponge. So after my concealer, you want to set it, and I just have the translucent powder by Revolution, and I do this to set my concealer to make sure nothing moves or creases, because a smooth, brightened under eye look looks really, really nice. And sometimes you have to be careful with which translucent powder you use, because you can have flashback in pictures. Insert James Charles here. Wild. And since this is a full glam Valentine's Day look, I'm going to take this and bring this down here. This just helps chisel out and define your contour. Okay, so that is it, guys. This is the final look. I'm just kidding. I feel like working with powder is equivalent to like a 2-year-old with markers. It just goes everywhere. So after that, I don't really like to keep it on and bake. I just like to wipe it right off with this fluffy brush. Just wipe away this. So the next thing I'm gonna do is the cream contour, and I'm just gonna use the KKW stick, and I'm just gonna go along my cheekbones, this side, and up on my forehead. The reason I go on my forehead is to give the illusion that it is smaller, because I feel like I have a little bit of a big forehead, and I like to make it look like it's smaller. And then you make a finish, it's not necessarily thin, line on the outer parts of your nose, and this makes the illusion that your nose is smaller. And again, this is like when I'm going all out, full glam. And then I take the lighter KKW side and I draw a line down the middle of my nose. And then I go in with my contour brush and I just wipe away, always going up. And the key is to make a 3 on this side and an E on this side. So after my contour, I like to go in with my butter bronzer, and I just use my contour brush from Real Techniques, and I just darken up my contour. I definitely kind of go insane with the bronzer in winter because I'm really pale and I like to try to act like I'm tan. So I'm gonna save the blush and highlight for the end, and I'm gonna go to the eyeshadow. So before eyeshadow, you always want to do a eyeshadow primer. Mine is just the Urban Decay, and I feel like I mentioned this in all my videos. I swear by this stuff. If I don't put eyeshadow primer on before I notice it at the end of the day, it creases, it doesn't last. The blending, like, it disappears. It's not even there anymore. It's like, where did my eyeshadow go? It's gone. This will make sure that doesn't happen. This is just the tester. I need to get the big one. But so I just go ahead. You can use actual eyeshadow primer or you can use concealer. That also works the same. It just gives the eyeshadow something tacky for it to stick to. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just take a skin toned eyeshadow color and just go all over my eyelid to set the eyeshadow primer so that it's not tacky and so that you have a smooth base to work with. So for this eyeshadow look, I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution palette, and I feel like this is perfect for Valentine's Day. Ooh, if I can get it open. It has a lot of pinks and reds. As you can tell, I've been using it a lot. This is from my best friend, Paige Hartley, so shout out to her. Then I'm also going to be using a couple of the reds from the James Charles palette. So the first shade I'm going to be using is the Be Mine shade right here. I'm just going to be using that as a transition shade in the crease. And you want to try to make sure that you keep your eye shut so that your shadow doesn't fall into your crease and give you harsh lines. This is a really good crease brush from Real Techniques. So after that, I'm going to go into the Affair shade right here, and I'm just going to darken up the crease. Just go in circular motions above the crease line. And as I go, I like to just take my blending brush and kind of just smooth out those colors. With that same brush, I'm going to go in with the shade Flirt, which is very fitting for Valentine's Day, and I'm just going to, again, darken up that crease even more. I'm going to take this shade down a little bit lower, closer to the lid. And when I take this shade, I'm just going to go about halfway. So I'm going to be taking a darker maroon shade from the James Charles palette, and I'm going to go along my crease line. But you still want to be able to see that dark arch and then the lighter shades peeking above it. So now this is when you're going to take a Q-tip and just wipe off the darker shade that have gone onto the lid. So now that I've gotten some of the shade off of my lid, I'm going to take my concealer. I'm just going to put it on a little pencil brush and put that on the lid. And I wait for the concealer to dry before I put the shade on top. So then I'm just going to go ahead and dip back into the Revolution palette, and I'm going to go take this Princess shade and put that on the lid over the concealer. So now you can see three different shades. So I have the lid shade and the crease shade, and then the outer smoky orangish peachish shade that peaks above that darker shade, and it just gives that dramatic effect look of reds and pinks, which is definitely what you want for Valentine's Day, and I think it just looks really nice. So the final thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting Admirer on top of the pink shade that I put on my lid, and I'm just going to be using my finger for this. I feel like applying glittery sparkle shades with your finger works a little better. So I'm just going to take my brush and kind of just redefine that line without the glitter in it. To finish that look up, I'm just going to be using Date Night and Flirt to put on the bottom lash. And it'll look really harsh when you first put it on, but then you just take a fluffy brush and you just smoke it out. To finish the look up, I'm just going to go in with a inner corner highlight, and I'm just using Ring Light in the James Charles palette. I always spray my brush first. Go in the inner corner. I feel like inner corner highlight is really, really important. I take that same shade and I just highlight my brows. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off of camera and then finish up the look with mascara, highlighter, and blush. Okay, so I went ahead and I did the other eye, and I actually added a wing eyeliner and eyelashes. This is my first time doing eyelashes, so they're basically falling off. They're definitely not the way they're supposed to be, but I went ahead and I just did them for the fun of this look. I actually really, really like it. It definitely adds a more dramatic effect to the eyeshadow, and I actually really like this. And this is just what it looks like on both sides. See if you can tell, like this one, like the eyelash is like coming off. So I'm gonna go ahead and add blush, and I'm just taking the Benefit California blush, using my blush brush, putting on the apples of my cheeks, and I swipe my forehead, and then I kind of just swipe over my nose. So then I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild highlighter brush and just go in with my Revolution highlighter. This highlight is so, I love a white highlighter. I think it just looks really, really pretty on skin. And I go on the brow bone. Oh, I look like I'm in that commercial where it's like got milk. And the last step, which is my favorite step, is the lipstick, and I'm just taking the Tahari lip crayon. If it'll focus today. Sometime. There we go. And I'm just gonna, and then to go above the lipstick, I'm just taking the Kylie lip gloss, and this is called Cupid, and I thought this was very fitting for Valentine's Day. So actually the last step I'm going to be doing is setting all of this into place with the Morphe Jeffree Star Mist. This smells just like strawberries, and it is so, so good. It's so misty, like it just went down my throat. I don't taste like strawberries. So that was it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and like I always say, like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Leave a comment down below what your guys' plans for Halloween. Oh, I'm really supposed to be a YouTuber. Okay, here we go. Leave a comment down below what your guys' plans for Valentine's Day.
It is Valentine's Day.
Leave a comment down below what your guys' plans for Valentine's Day is, and like always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!